Okay, I am going to go over B on lesson 44 and also 8 on lesson 44 so that we can, maybe it was 7. No, 8 on lesson 44. Just to reinforce what we talked about and also to clarify some things. Okay, so for practice problem B, we have a right triangle. The opposite side is 12. The hypotenuse is P. The adjacent side is 8. We don't know what angle Y is or angle X. Okay, I'm going to start by writing all of my ratios. So opposite over hypotenuse is sine. The opposite side is the vertical side. The hypotenuse is the side directly across from the right angle, the longest side of a right triangle. Cosine is adjacent, which is the horizontal side over hypotenuse, so adjacent. And then tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so we need to find y, but we can't do that until we find x. To find x, we need to use our tangent ratio because we have the opposite side and the adjacent side given. So if we just divide 12 by 8, that will tell us what the tangent of x is. Okay, so 12 divided by 8 is 1.5. And then we can use inverse tangent will equal angle x. So 1.5 inverse tangent is 56.31 degrees. Okay, since we know that this is 56.31, or if you, let's see here, 1.5 inverse tan. Yep. If we take that 56.31 and we add 90 degrees to it, that gives us 146.31. And then we subtract that from 180. That gives us 33.69. So 33 and 69 degrees is angle Y. And angle X is this 56 and 31 degrees. Okay. Now, for P, the hypotenuse, we can use the Pythagorean theorem because we have the two other sides of that right triangle. So we can say P squared, because that's the hypotenuse, equals A squared plus B squared. And it's important that you put this in as that you don't use your calculator to figure out what the answer for this is, just because your text is going to look for a radical for an answer for these. Okay, so this is going to be P squared is equal to 144 plus 64. 144 plus 64 is 208. Find the square root of both sides. So we're going to factor it. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 square roots of 13 is P. And that's all the answers that they're looking for in practice problem B. Okay, so let's duplicate this again. Leave this a little bit here off to the side, and we will do number 8. Okay. Number 8 on the same problem set. It's a right triangle. 4, 7x, b degrees, and a degrees. Okay. To find a, we're going to have to use a ratio that uses hypotenuse and uses adjacent. So that would be the cosine. So the cosine is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. So we're just going to divide 7 into 4. And that will give us the cosine of angle A. So 4 divided by 7 is 57 hundredths. If I take that 57 hundredths and use inverse cosine, because we're using cosine here, that's going to give me my angle. So that's going to be 55 and 25 hundredths degrees. All right, move. Oops, sorry. All right. Okay, so that's going to be A equals 55 and 25 hundredths degrees. Okay, now we can find B, right? Just add 90 degrees to this. $145.25. Subtract that from 180. $34 and 75 hundredths degrees is B. Okay. All right. And then last but not least, we use the Pythagorean theorem to find x. So 7 is the hypotenuse, so 7 squared equals 4 squared plus x squared. So 49 minus 16 is 33. So x is equal to the square root of 33. And that's the whole thing. Okay. X is okay. So you'll also notice that another way that you can find that side, if you didn't use the Pythagorean theorem, is you could say, you could find the sine of 55.25 degrees, which is 0.57. And you can make that equal to x over 7. And then you could cross multiply. So 7 times 0.57 is oh, wait a minute. I used the wrong thing. This is the cosine. Sorry. Need to do sine of 55.25. 55.25 sine. So that's going to be 0.82. So 0.82 times 7 is 5.75. I'm sorry, 0.74, excuse me, equals x. And if you put if you put the square root of 33 into the calculator, so 33 and then take the square root, it also gives you 0.744562647. So you see that these approximate answers are the same. Okay, I hope that helps, and that gives you a little bit more help with these kinds of problems. And let me know if you need any more help in class. Okay, thanks.